This video has been made to enhance the fix-it-right first time of our technicians worldwide. Each lecture will introduce and analyze the defective condition, diagnose for probable cause, and confirm them sequentially. In the end, we will review overall procedure. This vehicle is a Carnival of 2.9 CRDI, and its mileage is 58,000 kilometers. Defective condition of the problem is that acceleration is not made in the high-speed driving above 120 kilometers per hour. This vehicle is driving at the speed of approximately 100 kilometers per hour, and it shows no change in the speed when the acceleration pedal is pressed. To begin with, let's check the self-diagnosis with the high scan. Self-diagnosis show nothing abnormal. And then, let's check the current data. You will see the fuel temperature sensor value is higher than that of normal vehicles, while all the other data remains normal. The temperature shows approximately 93 degrees Celsius. Fuel viscosity becomes lower when fuel temperature is high, so that fuel injection amount reduces to protect the common rail parts when the fuel temperature reaches certain temperature. The problem of the car seems to be originated from the fuel temperature. The fuel temperature sensor unit will not have any trouble. First of all, we will check the fuel transition in the vehicle in trouble. Remove the fuel pipe installed to the fuel filter, and then apply the transparent hose to the fuel filter. Connect the transparent hose between fuel filter and high-pressure pump. Connect the transparent hose again between low-pressure line and return line. And then, check the fuel flow inside the fuel line. You will see the abnormal fuel flow of the vehicle in trouble because the engine keeps running without the fuel supply from fuel tank. Fuel is supplied from return line as you see. Check ball inside the fuel filter seems to be no good. Let's check the fuel flow again after replacing the fuel filter with a new one. Fuel will be supplied from filter return line at the beginning when the engine is cold, and fuel from the tank will be supplied normally with the check valve closed. Fuel supply and cause for the trouble in the vehicle has been checked so far. Next, let's review the fuel system and fuel filter structure of the Delphi system. Delphi fuel system of vehicle is intake control type. Mechanical feed pump installed in the high-pressure pump sucks fuel from fuel tank. Sucked fuel is sent to fuel pressure regulator installed in the high-pressure pump. Fuel pressure regulator feeds the right amount of the fuel to high pump by the ECU control and returns the remainder to low-pressure tank or fuel tank. Pumped fuel in the high pump is supplied to injector through common rail, and returned fuel goes back to the fuel tank together with the injector return. Special equipment is installed for winter or the case when the fuel temperature is low. Check ball inside the fuel filter sends the returned fuel from high pressure pump to fuel filter again when the fuel temperature is low when the engine is cold. Fuel circulates this way until the fuel temperature reaches approximately 60 degrees Celsius. When the fuel temperature reaches to certain temperature, then check ball closes and fuel returns to fuel tank. Third, let's check the fuel filter inside directly with unit structure. Fuel filter system has the simple structure as you see. Check ball and bimetal are installed inside this unit. When the fuel temperature reaches to 60 degrees Celsius, bimetal works to close this line. We have reviewed Delphi fuel system so far. Now, let's find out the reason why the fuel temperature exceeded the specified temperature. Normally, filter return line closes when the fuel temperature reaches to 60 degrees Celsius. If the check ball remains open, returned fuel from high pressure keeps circulating to high pressure pump through filter. Then fuel temperature increases rapidly in high-speed driving. And fuel has been supplied continuously by the principle of the venturi. If the engine remains on when the quick connector of the supply is removed, fuel filter check ball must have the problem. Now, let's make the test drive. As you see, it drives above 120 kilometers per hour normally with maintaining the fuel temperature of approximately 57 degrees Celsius. This concludes the review of the trouble cause of the vehicle. You'd better check the sensor data value deliberately first, rather than simply replacing the unit when you have the trouble with the poor acceleration or output. Thank you.